here we go. We take the battery out first, and now we're removing the screws. There we go. Screws are out. Let me see if there's any more screws for the keyboard. It looks like there might be. So remove those also. Here we go. And should be it. So now we flip it over. I don't think there's anything else. Any other screws. And underneath this one. So we'll pop it up and see what we get. Okay. There we go.
Now you're trying to take out the keyboard.
Yeah. This is popped in. Popped in. We'll need something thin to pop out the keyboard. Look. Okay, oh, I see.
Seeing the locations on the new one over there gives you a hint of where to go on the old one to get rid of them.
Exactly. Exactly. So this particular model, I think the whole thing has to be removed. Okay.
Okay, so the whole keyboard comes out.
2, 1.
Okay.
Okay, so now continuation of part 2 of removing the keyboard. So we took the screws out from the bottom. So now we're going to work our way to remove the cover from the top. And there is our cover. Everything looks good. Everything looks nice. So we'll put it on the side. And now we have to take out this cover here so we can remove the keyboard. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'll let you pause it, Jay, while I do this. Okay, ready?
Go.
Go. Okay, so now we are going to take out the cover that's holding the power cord. Okay, so let's move it over to this side. Flatten it out as much as I can. Okay, so you gotta be gentle because you don't want to break, you know, these tabs. There we go. I gotta be careful because there's also the power button. This is for the power button. Okay, so now that we have this thing opened, all we do is we simply take out the screws. Okay, so there's one screw and one screw on this side. Okay, so there's 2 screws, one on either end, and now it's just a matter of popping it up, looking it over. Looks nice. So now we got to remove this cable, and this cable is simply you slide this up and that releases the pressure and it should come right out. Okay, then you take the new one. We will slide the cable in first Okay, there's a little groove in here. I know you can't see it, but once you slide it in, you'll make a good contact. So you got to be careful when you do it. There we go. Okay.
Oh.
So now that we have it in, we will slide it back into the slot where we took it out. Okay, so the slot here, there we go.
Bring the seal back soon.
And that's it. Now we'll do the screws. You also got to remember, right? Put the screws exactly where you took them out. Like, don't put them in a different area. So you got to keep track of that. Okay. And there's this. Now all we do is we put the cover back on. Okay.
Snap it
I
in
like
place.
I like to proceed from exactly the reverse way that I went. Okay. Okay. And remember, like, don't force these things in, right? Because if you force them too hard, you'll break the tabs. Okay, there we go. Okay. I am just feeling where the tabs are. Perfect. Nice. Very nice. So now all I do, simply take this.
Where those key spaces are.
Yep. And now, okay, and the way this thing orients is that it slides in. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Just slide it in. Okay. Snap on one side. As I go, I snap. Okay. And that's it. And I can feel that there's a little bit of play here, but that's because the screws aren't in yet. Now we flip it over, and then we'll put the screws back in to bring in the keyboard.
Hello, screws.
So, and it's marked, you know, exactly where the screws are. There. And I felt it. And never over tighten the screws, right? So once you feel it tight, you know, you go in, that's it, you stop. There's no need to go way into it. Okay. Job comes in once we'll turn it on and have a look at it. Okay. And there was actually, that's it. And now we'll put the bottom cover. And we'll put the battery back in. Flip it over. And we'll press the power button on and see that everything is connected properly. And there we go. It powered right back on.